IBF Junior Lightweight Championship of the World. Sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation, the president is Daryl J. Peoples. Supervisor at ringside, Lindsey Tucker. The three judges scoring at ringside are Rich Green, Alex Levin, and Bill Ray. When the bell rings, the man in charge working his 33rd world title bout, Telis Asaminos. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with the green trim. He weighed in at 130 pounds. He is undefeated in his professional career, 19 wins, no losses, 12 wins by way of knockout. El Hijo de Arroyo, Naranja, Cuba, y Miami, Florida, ranked #1 in the world by the IBF. Here is the challenger, Rances, Kid Blast Barthelemy. His opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing red trunks with black trim. He weighed in at 130 pounds. His professional record, 21 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 11 wins by way of knockout. El Hijo de San Juan de la Maguana de República Dominicana y Brooklyn, New York. Here is the reigning, defending IBF Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Argenis, La Tormenta Mendez.
10-point must scoring system, no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Fighting cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Only referee can stop the fight. In case of an accidental foul, we go to the scorecards after the 4th round. Telis Asaminos in his 33rd world title fight is the referee, and he'll call the combatants to the center of the ring. Argenis Mendez, 21-2 with a draw, 1 no contest, 11 knockouts. Barthelemy, 19-0, 12 KOs, 1 no contest. Of course, that was their last fight. This is the rematch. You know what happened in the first fight, the blow that occurred after the bell.
Gentlemen, you have received instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Shake hands, good luck, and God bless.
So the first one was a no contest, even though Rances Barthelemy was crowned the champion on that night. It was returned. The IBF called for this rematch, so we're set to go. Colonel Bob Shorten here with Raul El Diamante Marquez here at ringside. This is an 18-foot ring, so there's no place to hide. These guys are going to have to do battle, and do battle in a hurry. That's what Barthelemy would like to do, is catch him right away and make sure he feels the power. He told you, Raul, that he's not going to rush it. He's not going to look for the knockout. If it comes, it comes. But he's got a vicious left hook.
Exactly. He said he's going to take his time. And, you know, he's the guy that fights at long range. He works off his jab. He's got a long jab, strong jab. Keeps it real busy, up and down. He sets up everything with his jab. That's how he hurt Mendez in the first fight. So, you know, we'll see how this fight develops. Probably the first round he's been working with Ronnie Shields.
Caught him with the right hand. Didn't hurt Mendez. That one may have. He blasts to the body, back upstairs, right to the head. He's really sitting down in these shots. Right to the body again. Rances Barthelemy working on the champ. The champ is going to grab on. Telis tells him to keep the punches up. No change of expression in the face of Barthelemy. He's all business. Ronnie Shields working with Barthelemy. He's going to hop on a plane tomorrow with me, fly back to Las Vegas. And he's got the...
You guys too.
That's right. And he's got the big fight on Saturday in Las Vegas.
I was talking to Ronnie earlier, and he said that Barthelemy was going to jump right on him. And obviously, you know, that's what he's doing in the first round. He senses weakness. You know, he knows his weakness. He's got confidence. That's why he's jumping on him like that. He knows what he could do. He's heard it before. So that helps Barthelemy tonight.
Rances Barthelemy is supremely confident, carries that left hand low, and can get him in trouble later on down the line with other champions like Takahashi Uchino Uchiyama from Tokyo, who's 21-0 with a draw. Mikey Garcia, undefeated at 34-0. And Takahashi Megura, who is 27-2 with a couple of draws.
Just saw Barthelemy throw a left lead to the body. So that's very smart of him. You know, he changes that left, throws it on top, throws it straight to the body. So I say right hand, I'm sorry about that. Right hand.
As soon as he felt that power pushing down on his back, he just went down and took the knee. And of course, the referee waved it off immediately because he was being pushed down by Mendez. But Mendez is going to try to rough this guy up. That's okay with me. Mike, what do you think so far, Mike Tyson?
Mendez looks a bit apprehensive. You need to stop throwing some jabs and putting some punches together.
A little apprehensive, says Mike Tyson with Mendez. And that's the way I thought he was going to be at the start of this fight, as Rances Barthelemy puts some pressure on him in the early going here.
Well, he's better than the first fight. He was down around this time. The first fight, he was already on the floor a couple of times. So he's done a lot better than the last fight so far.
Yes, he has. He's stronger in this fight than he was, and he said he would be. The bell ends round number 1. That one goes in the scorebook for Barthelemy, 10-9.
Let's see when you use your feet. Just think a little bit.
He has to start throwing some punches like he wants to win.
Oh, Mendez right now, Mike, I think just has to control the buzzsaw.
He needs to start throwing punches.
We see Barthelemy setting up the lead hand, the right hand with a double jab. Some of them punches missed. But it was a good round overall for the Cuban Barthelemy. He's looking for the kill. He looks like there he was looking for a knockout. He wants to do some damage. He wants to put some hurt on the champion.
He just looks so much stronger right now, doesn't he? All right, we get ready to move to round number 2.
Mendez has to dominate and get some respect from Barthelemy. He has to get some respect. And Barthelemy's going to walk right through him.
All right, let's see if that's what he does, and he might try to do that in this second round. Remember, it was at the end of the second round in the first fight that Barthelemy let the wrath go, but it was right at the bell, and that caused him to lose the fight because he did throw a punch after the bell. It was clear. Minnesota Commission reversed it. But in this fight, Mendez still a little bit tentative. He wants to be sure that he can land a shot.
Got to double up that jab. You have to double up that jab. Not throwing enough jabs. You got to...
Barthelemy has landed 18 punches to the 8 punches landed by Mendez.
I'll tell you what, I covered the fight.
Throwing that jab. Come on, he has to come off that jab. Excuse me.
I covered that fight when Mendez won the world title against Juan Carlos Salgado in March of last year. That's how he looked very impressive, very explosive in that fight. He stopped Salgado in 4 rounds, which he avenged a loss. He had lost to Salgado in 2011 by decision in Mexico. But I'll tell you, in that fight, Colonel, he looked very aggressive. He was explosive, powerful, confident. And that's what he needs to do here tonight with Barthelemy.
Well, he said he had a problem with his blood sugar in the first fight. We've heard all kinds of excuses. At least I don't recall anyone telling me that one before. But if that was the case, that certainly would weaken you. Trying to make weight. He did tell us that he's going up to 135 after this fight. So this will be his last fight, no matter what happens at 130. Rances Barthelemy has that look on his face of supreme confidence. But in reality, Mendez is having a better round here, making him miss a little bit. Remember, Barthelemy carries that left hand very low. He's open for the right hand. If Mendez can get in position to let go with the right hand.
Yeah, Mendez is single jabbing. He's got to jab more. He's got to jab. Give him 2 or 3 jabs.
I agree 100%. Double up on those jabs.
Exactly.
Always more than 1 jab. 1 jab could be timed, but 2 or 3 jabs, you can't time that.
Pop that jab on him. Just blind his face with the jab. Pawing jab, hard jab, up and down jab. Keep the guy thinking. He doesn't know what he's going to do.
Barthelemy wound up with that right hand and let it fly. I'm not crazy about the way he hands that left hand down, but he's very quick, so he's getting away with it all right. But Mendez needs to circle his right, double the jab, maybe triple the jab, and let the right hand fly while that left hand is down. It's very easy if you're off that left shoulder to block that left hand with your left hand of your own when it's down low like that, and then let the right hand fly. But you have to be able to be aware of that and then execute it.
And fast to capitalize on it too.
But he's jabbing inside the left hand that's hanging down at Barthelemy. Anyway, a better round for Mendez, but I think Barthelemy probably won the round. Mike, do you agree with that?
100%. Mendez has to pick up a little bit more of his pace, just a little bit more. He's putting it together. He's trying to come back. Maybe he's getting his confidence back, but he's trying to put it together.
Ronnie Shields talking.
Sometimes you got to fade it sometimes. But you got to keep that jab in your face. The jab got to stay in the face.
Cardiff does touch the neck on with Mike Robles. All right, so we're set to go to round number 3. The Colonel Bob Sheridan, along with Raul Elimonte Marquez, and from time to time you'll hear the comments of former heavyweight champ Mike Tyson, because this is Iron Mike Productions. So here we go to round number 3. I thought Barthelemy won the first round easily. Second round a little bit closer. Let's see if Mendez can pick it up here in round 3. Remember, the fight was over at this stage the first time they fought. So Mendez was accurate when he told us he's going to be stronger in this fight, and he looks stronger, definitely. Of course, it's not hard to look strong, Raul, when you're not on the camp. Rances sets up in front of him. Let's fly with the left that whistles past the nose.
Barthelemy is a natural counterpuncher. You see, he likes to sit there and wait. You see, every time Mendez throws a jab, which is not enough, we said that in the past, and Barthelemy counters off of that with a 3.4 combination. You see how he changed up the lead right hand, he threw through the body. There he goes again.
He got to punch, though. He has to punch. Right now, he should be punching right now. Mendez should be punching right now and getting out. He should be punching, combination punches.
Coming off the ropes, sparring.
He's not punching, he should be punching.
You got choices, Mike. You either got to grab him and walk him back, slide down the ropes, and the third thing, which is the best thing that Mike Tyson said, and that's throw punches.
Throw punches right there. Yeah, that's good right there. Throw punches.
Now he's waiting here. Mike's asking him to throw punches.
You see them body shots right there by Barthelemy. You know, he's invested early in them body shots. Let's see how it's going to affect Mendez in the second half of the fight. You know, with the whole weight loss thing. You know, he was very weak. It's hard for him to make the 130. He said this is his last fight at 130. He's moving up. And then body shots take a lot out of you, Colonel.
He's in excess of 145 right now. Telesas Amina says, watch the forearm, setting him up with that. But Barthelemy is not totally controlling rounds now like he did in that first round. Mendez is having a better round, but I don't know if he's doing enough to win the round. Back with the jab is Barthelemy. He doubles with it, then he'll throw the right hand behind it. Good body shot. Body shot, upstairs, downstairs. And is it, Mike, that you call for him to fight off the ropes?
To fight off the ropes. Right up. Open up.
This is tough stuff right now on the inside.
Jab, jab. 2 jabs right now when the guy finished punching.
Oh, he loaded up the right hand, but it didn't quite catch it.
Try it again. Try it again.
Yeah, the champ Mendez, he's got to keep trying. Mike is right. He's got to keep digging, got to keep moving. Got to throw punches, can't wait. Barthelemy keeps... I think he's the busier in this round.
100%.
He's working the body up and down. He's posing too much. Mendez is posing too much.
Closing seconds of the third round. It's all over in the books. 3 in a row for Barthelemy in my book. The American Airlines Arena here in Miami, Florida. You hear Mike Tyson coming in, and watch this now with Mendez.
There we see Mendez leading off with his jab hand. Did with a hook, and here's Mendez being a little bit dirty there, using the forearm. The referee did warn him. It's a good move. Hey, you know, anything happens in boxing. If you get away with it, why not? That's just the way the sport goes, Colonel.
It's a rough racket. You got to be able to do that when things aren't going your way. Do something to change it up. I like that in boxing. All right, we get ready to move to round number 4 on the Colonel Bob Show with Raul Marquez. And from time to time, you'll hear Mike Tyson chime in here and give us his 2 or 3 cents. So round 4, Barthelemy out in front by 3 so far. Nice right hand landed by Mendez. Got the attention of Barthelemy. And the champ has got to not admire it, but do it some more.
Exactly, 100%. Barthelemy's going to start punching now. See, that's what's going to happen.
Mendez is pleased when he lands one big shot, and then he admires it too much. He needs to jab
put it together. Got to put it together, Colonel.
Yeah, that was just one shot. He's not going to win the round with one shot.
Barthelemy, when he paused with his jab once, is really setting up his right hand. See, he's trying to sucker him in. So as you said, Raul, trying to counterpunch him on the inside as he comes in. He's trying to sucker him in. Now the champ needs to start throwing some punches, and he's not. That's what Mike Tyson's been calling for. Here he goes, and he catches him with a left hook, and he fell into the ropes that time. Well, one of the highlights for Mendez, he caught Barthelemy, but he didn't hurt him. Barthelemy up on his toes, lines up in front of him again with that hand down.
This is the most Mendez ever fought, considering the last fight they fought.
Yeah, the last fight was all over after 2, and this one is a much better contest. Even though he's behind in the fight, champ is trailing. Got almost connected with that sneaky right hand because the left hand came in low. When Barthelemy threw his right hand, his left was still down, and Mendez timed it perfectly but didn't quite catch it.
See, both guys here are looking at each other, trying to time each other. But the one that's being smarter is Barthelemy because he's keeping busy with his jab. And he's throwing more punches. And I think he's a little bit more
100%.
faster.
Even if you don't land, he's throwing more.
And you keep the guy thinking. And Mendez, the champ, he keeps waiting. He's thinking too much. Sometimes, you know, in boxing, in a fight like this, you got to take risks. You got to throw. You got to throw. And, you know, you might hit with one good shot. But it's going to get you in there, maybe to land 2 or 3 good shots.
You think so much like this, the opportunity go away. You miss the opportunity when you think so much. You got to react.
Again, Mike Tyson, he just keeps jabbing one time. You never see him double with that jab. So it gives Barthelemy a chance to time back with his right hand, which is his power shot. Jab, pull it back, and the right hand comes right back on top of you. Barthelemy has a tendency to double this jab. This is a sneaky right hand lead that time by Rances. Rances shifts back and forth, rolls the right shoulder forward, throws that right hand. Now he's back, double, triple jabbing. And this is more of what Mendez needs to do. He's going to lose this round, too.
100%.
Barthelemy did some good boxing in this round.
So did Mendez at times, but not enough. He wouldn't double with the jab. And when he did land a big shot, he admired it instead of getting on top of him again. I've got Barthelemy winning all 4 of the first 4 rounds. 40-36. Mendez is corner 4. Lee Beard, John Coyle, Kenny Ellis. Across the way now to Rances. Leon Margulies of Boxing Warriors, one of his promoters. Bobby Gold is his manager. Another one of the sensational Cuban fighters, Rances Barthelemy, ranked number 1 in Ring Magazine. He's actually ranked ahead of the champion, Argenis Mendez. So we're in round number 5. Our principals in this IBF Junior Lightweight Championship of the World at 130 pounds. Rances Barthelemy, the challenger, in the black and green. Mendez in the red and white.
And so far, I'll tell you, the key to this fight here has been Barthelemy's jab. He's popping a lot of jabs out there. A lot of jabs.
A tremendous amount of jabs, Raul.
See, all them jabs missed, but he kept Mendez thinking. He backed up. He's wondering what is he going to do now. He's going to throw a lead right, overhand right. Keeps the fighter thinking. You always got to keep him that way.
Mendez is starting to hang his left hand now, and he's going to get nailed by a right hand lead. That's why Barthelemy went with the right hand lead a couple of times in the last round, because Mendez is hanging the left hand. See, one jab at a time. That time he finally tried to double with the jab, but no right hand behind it.
Punch. He needs to start throwing punches with bad intention.
Well, there's a guy who ought to know. Mike Tyson. He threw a whole lot of punches with very bad intentions. And when you call for it, we all know what you mean. Even when Mendez tries to double with the jab, right back with a hook to the body was Barthelemy.
And Mendez should start jabbing and hooking.
Got to think in multiple punches.
Yeah,
like
one punch at a time. Not gonna do that. Jab and hook, right hand. Jab, hook, right hand. Jab, jab, hook, jab, right hand.
I think Mendez needs to forget about trying to let head shots, jab to the chest, and get in close and dig to the body. Hit him in the arms, hit him on the shoulders, hit him on the waist, hit him anywhere.
But on the inside, look who's landing punches.
Exactly. He has to throw punches. He's letting the guy out hustling him.
And that's a good term, out hustle. That's exactly what Barthelemy has done to this point. We're in round number 5 with about 35 seconds to go in round 5 right now.
Not only getting out hustled, but outsmarting. He's just the smarter fighter here so far, Barthelemy.
Remember, this is a very small ring. It's only 18 feet square, and there's no place to hide. And Barthelemy's taking advantage of it. He won't let this guy get away from him. Mendez is the champion. He's got to start fighting like a champ.
100%.
Impose his will. Double, triple with that jab. Hook to the body, back upstairs, then the right hand. And we're not seeing that. The bell ends the 5th round. Another round for Barthelemy, just out hustling Mendez. The champ can't allow the challenger to out hustle him. This is South Beach in Miami, Florida, the high rent district. Hot in the summer down here, but there's usually a breeze. It's the rainy season, so you get a shower in the late afternoon most of the time. Inside, it's very comfortable in this scheduled 12-round IBF Junior Lightweight Championship of the World. Takahashi Uchiyama, probably the class of his 130-pound division. And Mikey Garcia, who actually has more wins, right behind that.
We need Mendez to start fighting like he want to keep his belt.
All right. We go to the 6th round.
That's what we're saying. We need Mendez to start fighting like he wants to keep his belt.
Exactly right, Mike Tyson. This guy is, you know, not doubling his jabs. He's not throwing multiple punches. You got to get mad. Put the ears back.
Exactly. It's still punches, man, and fight.
Rances, meanwhile, is fighting like a sparring session for him. He's smiling, dancing, moving around, throwing his jab, doubling it. Right hand's behind him.
Very relaxed.
Going with right hand leads, totally relaxed. Look at him out there. He's in his office, and he's in cruise control right now.
See, that's what Mendez throw those 3 jabs, right? Rapidly, right after one another.
Mendez in the red, Barthelemy the challenger in the black, who's won every round.
Mendez is just posing too much. He looks like he's getting ready to fire away, but he's just posing away. I don't know if he's scared or he's scared to get countered, gets scared to get hit.
Tell me, that's what he's fighting like.
Well, like Mike said at the start of the round, he's got to fight like he wants to keep his belt. And he's not doing that right now. Is he thrilled that he's dragged this guy into the 6th round? Well, maybe so, but he's got to do something about it now. But he's way behind in this fight. It's been a bit of a low blow. I couldn't tell from the position the fighters were in.
It looked like him on the cup.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Listen, those low blows will not hurt you with that cup on. So that's all acting.
There you go, Mike.
6-round action continues. Mike's not having it. He doesn't want these guys acting. He doesn't want them posing.
Everything's flowing good for Barthelemy. Look at that. Good footwork, good jab, good combinations, good defense. He's in shape. He's a confident fighter in there.
Look at this stuff, man. Throw punches.
3 left hooks in a row. Here's the bunches of punches in a row that you wanted to see, but we wanted to see it from Mendez, the champ. Fight like he's mad. He's smiling at the guy, and right back is Barthelemy, but Barthelemy's landing the punches. Feints with his right hand. Big smile for Mendez. Maybe he's more relaxed now, but he needs to land some shots, and he needs to do it soon. I hate to say he's running out of time, but when he loses this round with 24 seconds to go, he's 6 points behind with 6 rounds to go.
Yeah, he's got to make something happen. We'll be going into the second half of the fight. Let's see if he tries to let something go or apply more pressure. He needs to make it a dogfight. Hey, let's fight. Make this guy fight. Make this guy throw more punches. Make him compete.
I'd grab this guy, throw him into the ropes, and throw him down. I'd make the referee get on my case, and I would fight like I want the belt, even if things weren't going my way. But that round is another Barthelemy round.
Keep them from working.
We got the low blow for you. Let's see how low it is.
It wasn't that low, but
that's not a low blow.
And here comes a good flurry here by Barthelemy.
That's 2 former world champions telling you that wasn't a low blow.
It is a fight game. This is a fight game. I mean, you know, I don't like guys that complain like that. There's no reason to complain. It wasn't that much of a low blow. Barthelemy came back with 4 or 5 left hooks.
All right, we get ready to go to the second half of the fight. The Colonel Bob Sheridan here with Raul Marquez. You're watching Iron Mike Productions of the IBF Junior Lightweight Championship of the World at 130 pounds. Argenis Mendez takes down the red and white. In the black and green is Rances Barthelemy, ranked #1, undefeated, 19-0 with 12 knockouts, and he's just flat out hustling and outboxing the champion through 6 rounds.
Man, just masterful boxing, winning every round. Mendez has to do some big catch-up work. He has to do more than that. Put the punches in bunches.
Well, let's see if he can do that.
I'm going to go back to this. Maybe, you know, the weight issue is bothering him. We don't have the strength.
No, he said no more excuses. He had all the time he could in the way. No more excuses.
And he told us this afternoon, Raul, that he felt great. He had a whole different attitude than when we saw him yesterday before the weigh-in. He got clipped that time, again out hustled by a counter punch. He attacked that time with his left hand, but he pushed out the left hand. Nailed pretty solidly with a left hook. Up in his toes is Barthelemy. Bounces right, left. Now he circles to his right. He'll stop and plant and throw. He comes back to his left.
Yeah, excellent boxing skills by Barthelemy. He'll sit down on his punches, throw 2 or 3 hard, solid shots, and get back on the toes, jab him away. And Mendez is running into everything.
Rances still tells us, he put his head under my arm. I just wrapped him up. Tellis isn't buying it. Loaded up the right hand that time, did Mendez, but he didn't land it. Missed again as it whistled past the nose of Barthelemy.
You don't throw head punch to these Cuban guys. You know, that's their whole DNA, man. Very elusive, missing punches. You know, you throw that, you beat him around the body and slow him down.
Exactly. Throw some shots to his chest, to his arms.
Almost impossible to hit these guys in the head.
He did such a great job of slipping punches and he moves the head, and also he moves the legs. He's back and forth. He's up and down. So he's tough. You see that 3 times in a row he did throw punches. He couldn't hit the head. But that's okay. He landed one to the body that time.
But keep on persistently punch.
But see, that body shot actually caught Barthelemy, and it forced him for a second to give up his game plan, and he switched to southpaw for just a second. Now, this is where the champ has got to be tough. This is where he's got to say, I want the belt. Go at it with him. And he does. Fires the right hand, but misses the head. Now they're toe-to-toe in the center of the ring. This is what we came to see. He caught him in the kidney, but he turned his back on him. The ref just warns him, do not hit him there. Guy turned his back on him. You can't blame Mendez for that. Bell ends the 7th round. More action-packed round for Mendez. Anybody think Mendez won the round? Mike, I'll start with you.
I gave Mendez that round.
I don't know. It's close, man.
I gave him the round.
He's doing a great job.
He is, but I gave Mendez that round. You know, Wednesday, the UFC Fight Night returns to Fox Sports 1 with a full card of epic bouts, including a lightweight matchup between the 6th-ranked Donald Cerrone taking on the 7th-ranked Jim Miller. It all begins with a pre-fight show at 6 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. I'm not sure any of the judges will give that round to Mendez, but I thought it was his best round, so I gave it to him.
I gave it to Mendez. I just thought he, was a little bit more aggressive. He landed some solid shots, the harder shots. Close round, but I gave it to the champion Mendez.
I'm sure that'll be one of the rounds that's split on the judges' scorecard. We'll have to wait and see. But right now it's academic because Barthelemy is well out in front in this fight. But the champ may be trying to crawl back into it because he gave one of his better efforts. And there he is, doing what Mike Tyson called, getting tough, throwing body shots on the inside. Catching him on the elbows. Keep throwing double shots. We sound like we're rooting for Mendez, but we're not. We're rooting for a good fight.
Exactly. Oh, that's punch. You got to throw more. Keep it together. Come on with your jab. Punch.
Again, he blasts the body. And that's what he's got to do.
You got to go more than one punch at a time.
That's 3 in a row, but singly.
Combination.
That time he threw the left hook, but he got countered by the left hand of the challenger, Barthelemy. Double, but tapping. Got to get serious with his punches if he wants to keep his belt.
Come on. Fight. Throw those punches. Throw hard punches right now.
He lets Barthelemy out hustle him again, does
Come on,
the champ.
punch.
Uppercuts, left hands. Never seems to throw one punch at a time, does Barthelemy.
Well, he puts them together.
And that's why he's winning the fight. And if, in fact...
And it doesn't look good because Mendez just keep looking at the referee. The hell with the referee. Wait till the round is over.
Barthelemy working both sides of the body and coming up the middle, while Mendez just throws one single shot to the body. That's the difference here.
Look at him. He got punches, bad intentions. Don't want to hurt him.
Pity pat punches by Mendez, Mike.
But at least he threw a combination of punches that time. Right hand, left hand. At least he tried. And that's all we can ask for. I can tell you fans at home that are listening to Mike Tyson, Mike and I have called fights in the past, and Mike is truly a boxing fan, and that's why he's rooting for Mendez to do a better job in the fight, because he loves a good fight. I know that, Mike, but I want to make sure the people at home know that. Mike actually loves a fight. I had to stop you one time. You almost strangled me. You get so excited when we were calling a fight a few years ago.
I love good fights. Fighting's in my blood. I love it when it's really done well.
So do I. This is my 973rd world title fight tonight, so you can be sure I love it.
You're going to get the 1,000. You're going to get the 1,000
one day. Double jab. Another decent round for Mendez, but I got to give that one to Barthelemy.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. That was a Barthelemy round on my scorecard.
Go right down yourself. Big defense.
I have it scored 79-73. We've got 4 rounds to go, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So it's time, if Mendez is going to win this fight, that he's got to really start doing something.
There we see Barthelemy putting in some work, doubling up with the left hook, up and down. Great combinations, in control of the fight. I got him up too on my scorecard, just like you, Colonel, 79-73 for Barthelemy.
All you got to do is outfigure the guy. That's all it is.
And Mike didn't really agree with us in the last round, and he gave that to Barthelemy, so he's got a shutout going. And I expect some of the judges have it the way Mike Tyson has it scored. But it's academic because it's William Ray, Richie Green, and Alex Levin that are the official scores. We're just trying to give you an indication.
This man's
of the way
here to
we're
defend
seeing
his title. He should be going all out. His title's on the line. He should be doing do or die.
Well, it's certainly on the line right now, and he's behind in the fight. So Mike Tyson calls for do or die. I like that. Round 9. American Airlines Arena here in Miami, Florida. It's coming up to 12:30 on the East Coast of the United States, and nobody has left the American Airlines Arena. They wanted to see this kid fight. And there's a lot of fans here for Rances Barthelemy because he's the former Cuban fighter.
I'm surprised at the crowd tonight. I have to really say I'm really surprised. It's a fight night crowd tonight.
Well, I think, Mike, I said at the very top of the show, well, you know, this has always been a hotbed of boxing. With these new young Cuban fighters that you've signed and you got them on the card, it's going to stir up this fight crowd here in Miami because it always was a fight time.
Oh, man, I'm going to start bringing more fights here, man, because this is beautiful. I really enjoy this.
You know, the Dundies control this area for decades, Chris and Angelo.
They had great fighters, too, though.
Oh, they had great fighters. And you're talking about Ali, Florentino Fernandez,
Luis Rodriguez,
Comey Brennan, and on and on you can go.
They had a lot of good fighters. Florentino Fernandez.
Jimmy Ellis, the late Jimmy Ellis.
Yes.
Big Al Jones from Gould. Comey Brennan from the Bahamas. I can go on and on. I started calling fights here in the mid-60s.
The lifting was out here, huh?
Yes. Round 9, the crowd getting itchy. Fighters getting a little tactical here with a minute to go in this 9th round. Forget this is a championship fight. It's scheduled for 12 rounds. As Mendez doing a mic call for. Now let's see if he fights off the ropes. Does he want to keep the belt? And he's got to throw punches coming off the ropes.
He's staying too long on the ropes, Mendez. He keeps posing. He's fighting like he's winning the fight.
Exactly.
Sticks his tongue out of Rances.
I mean, he's got to know he's losing the fight. And there's no way he thinks he's winning.
Whoa. Come on. Barthelemy loaded up that shot. He was taking shots he doesn't have to take. Time is called out here. He's giving a warning. I think he may be taking a point away. He takes 1 point off the low blow. That's academic because it's not going to hurt him any.
It's not going to help him because Mendez needs to fight. He needs to start throwing punches.
Remember, Barthelemy lost the last fight on a punch after the bell. He was in the middle of a combination, but they say it was after the bell, so the IBF ordered this rematch. But that's a Barthelemy round, so it should be scored 10-9. And the fact the point was taken away, it's a 9-9 round.
It was the, yeah, there was a low blow. Try to hide it by doubling up to the top.
Now
it also helped that. It also helped that the champion complained about it, so that helped him get that point away. The referee took that point away.
That wouldn't sell Teles Asaminos. He knows what he's doing in there. He's a really fine referee. We're coming up to round number 10. The champ, I've got him behind.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I do have to agree with you, Colonel.
I get an 88-82 in favor of the challenger, Barthelemy. All right, we move to the 10th round. Remember, this is scheduled at the championship distance of 12 rounds. American Airline Arena. Rances Barthelemy, the challenger, decked out in the black and green, and the red and white is the champion. Argenis, Mendez. Three of us here unofficially have him behind in the fight. The champ has got to really let loose here. He's got to drop this guy a couple of times to even get back in the fight.
Yeah, he's got to make something happen here because he's way behind.
Well,
and he's not going to do it off the ropes. Fighting off the ropes.
I'll tell you this. He didn't seem to have the power to drop this Barthelemy. Uppercut. Barthelemy cracks him with the left hand. Straight left again. Again, doubling with his punches. Wow, with the right hand is the champ, Mendez. It's counter with the left hook. Mendez tries to double upstairs, but he's got to go up and down, then let the right hand go. With malice aforethought. He's starting to get the idea, and maybe he needs to sit down and punches. But you know, Mike, that thing that you said about Cuban fighters is so true, and I didn't think to say it myself, so thank you for saying it. It's very hard to hit these guys in the head.
Very elusive, very mobile boxers.
Their upper body and their head movement is very, very good, and they are very hard to hit, and that's why it's tough to beat them, especially in the amateurs, because they don't get hit.
Constant, perpetual motion.
Jab, jab, but these are powering jabs. You're not going to win a fight like that unless you're positioning yourself to throw a real hard right hand. But let me tell you something. The conditioning of these two fighters is extraordinary because there's been, I mentioned this is only an 18-foot square ring, and there's no place to hide, and the intensity of this fight has been really, really good.
A very busy pace, especially by Barthelemy.
And neither guy, we're in the 10th round, don't forget, is really fatigued. They're in great shape. And that's what you want when you see a world championship fight.
But look at Barthelemy, man. Still sitting down on his punches.
Switching to southpaw.
Yeah, from lefty to righty, back to lefty, right. Giving him angles.
I don't like to see a right-handed fighter switch to southpaw, and I'll tell you why. He loses accuracy. He gets hit more, and he loses power. So you're better off staying right-handed. He caught him with a left hook, a decent left hook, which spun the head of the champ. Mendez loads up a right hand to the body, and it causes Barthelemy to slap at him, and he slaps again. That's another low blow. You're going to take another point away.
Uh-oh. We better hope he doesn't get disqualified tonight.
That's another problem. Did he take the point away? I'm not sure. Did Tellus take another point away?
Here we go.
Okay, here's the point now. This is the second point in the second round.
Oh, man.
So even if Barthelemy wins the round, it's going to be a 9-9 round. If Mendez could win this round, he almost crawls back into the fight because it would be a 2-point round. But he's not going to do that.
Not with that one punch at a time stuff.
The bell ends the 10th round. So that's a 10-9 round for Barthelemy, but 1 point off for the low blow. So it's a 9-9 round again for the second round in a row. Remember, a third time, and he could disqualify him.
And, you know, there we saw the low blow. It was like a winding uppercut. There he goes. It was low.
Tonight, don't miss Fox Sports Live as they bring you the latest news and highlights from the world of sports and a full night in the MLB. Fox Sports Live is after the fight on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. So it's championship time, the 9th and 10th round. Barthelemy has lost a point in each round. Remember, he lost the last fight because there was a blow considered after the bell, and it cost him the title. He's winning the fight. Still, I got a 97-91.
I tell you what, if I was Barthelemy, forget about body shots. Just go to the head. You don't want to take ribs. All headshots. You don't want to get disqualified. He's got this title won. I mean, unless the judges are seeing something else, but I think he's winning, Colonel.
Well, knowing Ronnie Shields, I'm sure Ronnie said, forget about the body and stay up soon. Ronnie, very clever guy. There's one that Barthelemy wanted to complain about. Off the hands of Mendez, who threw to the body. Did you know something? He hasn't thrown a body shot either.
So far, no.
And that's the smart thing for him to do. That's the second. Oh, there's a hard body shot by Mendez.
Hard touch Mendez too.
I tell you what, that first lead that
Mendez got to watch out for that left hook. That left hook is coming real hard, though.
Yeah, the first lead that Mendez threw to the body, that hurt Barthelemy. That was a good rib shot. I was surprised if he really hurt that rib right there. It was solid by Mendez.
Well, if he could catch him with a left hook in that liver area, he could hurt him seriously. Missing upstairs, and Barthelemy is staying upstairs. Ronnie must have said, forget about it, and stay right-handed, for goodness sake. Don't get sloppy in the late going here. This is championship time now. 11 to 12 rounds. Almost dropped him. Big right hand.
Mendez hurt him. Mendez hurt him.
Mendez did catch him with a shot, and again he catches Barthelemy. How bad do you want it? He nails him again as Barthelemy comes in. Remember, Barthelemy has never been this late in a fight. Mendez has.
Barthelemy needs to hold on when he's in trouble.
And he's got to stop fighting as a southpaw. I told you about that. You're going to get hit more if you fight as a southpaw. And you lose power yourself. He doesn't have a lot of power right now.
Something's not right about Barthelemy.
He doesn't have a lot of power right now. The champ needs to blast off the ropes and fight like a champion. Barthelemy is suck and win right now, I can tell you that. Some of those body shots might have hurt him more than we realized. Round 11, it's getting exciting, folks. Oh, there's a body shot again. That's the first one he's thrown in this round, and it was fairly low, Barthelemy. But he's feeling the 11th round, I'll tell you. Nice stiff jab by Mendez. 15 seconds to go. Mendez is going to win this round, but it's not going to be enough. He gets out of there in a hurry. The challenger, Rances Barthelemy, is tired. Still throwing punches. He walked into a right hand. That ends the 11th round, and I got to give that to Mendez. That means in the last 3 rounds, Barthelemy hasn't won a round. But Mendez has only won 1 of the 3.
Hey, we'll see Barthelemy missing big shot. Well, there he caught him with a big left hook. A lot of lunging punches there by Barthelemy. A lot of wild shots there. Not really nothing big connecting. And here we see again Mendez leaning back and trying to catch him coming in with a overhand right.
So a lot of those punches that the fans here in the American Airlines Arena got excited about were actually missed off the hands of Barthelemy. Mendez scored better punching, but it's still 106-101 in spite of the fact that 2 points have been taken off for Barthelemy for low blows. He better not have another low blow. All right, this is the 12th and final round. How bad does the champ in red want it? He needs to knock this guy down, and if he really wants to win the fight, he needs to knock him out. Instead, it's Barthelemy who takes command. He comes after him. He seems to want it more. He also seems to be totally refreshed.
100%.
Barthelemy's fighting like he's losing the fight. Barthelemy's fighting like he wants the title. And Mendez is acting like he's winning the fight, and he's...
Oh, sneaky right hand. But he didn't quite catch Mendez didn't quite catch Barthelemy with that last shot. Well, Barthelemy's acting like he's the champ. He says, come on, let's finish this thing strong. Jab, 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 but with no bad intentions off the hands of Mendez. Instead, Barthelemy comes in and nails him with the right hand. Nice job by the referee, Carlos Argenis, in keeping this fight as clean as he's had. done a nice job. And again, Mendez not throwing enough punches. And Barthelemy's like a mad hornet. He's not stopping throwing punches. He just keeps throwing punches. Doesn't care about the accuracy. He's not throwing many low shots. And Ronnie Shields obviously told him, there he goes back southpaw again. And I wish he wouldn't do that. And there he is southpaw. Well, now he's back orthodox. Rances Barthelemy has fought a terrific fight. We're almost 2 minutes here in the 12th round. He's outscoring the champion. Champ not throwing him with bad intentions off the ropes. He needs the knockout to win.
Absolutely, 100%. Barthelemy is fighting great.
He's trying to catch Barthelemy with that sneaky right hand, and he can do it, especially when he switches to southpaw. Or he catches it with that left hand hanging low with the right hand shot. But Barthelemy's smart now. He's keeping his left hand higher when he comes in, so he doesn't get countered by a solid right hand. So he's getting caught up in the switch. He wants to go southpaw because he's tired. And he wants to give it a different angle, maybe to relax his shoulders. I don't know why. He pushed that right hand out. He's exhausted. They've both given it all they have. And Rances just won't stop throwing punches here. Inside of 15 seconds to go in this World Championship fight for the Junior Lightweight Championship of the world, the IBF version of it. Here they battle to the bell now. 10 seconds to go. They continue to battle to the bell, and it's all over. Rances Barthelemy won the last round, and I believe he's won the fight. That was a real good championship fight. It started out all Barthelemy, and it turned around. We'll be back with the final score and find out who's actually won this fight very, very shortly. Don't run away, anybody. We'll be right back.
Hey, friends, hope you enjoyed the fights. Jay here, Dan there, Fox Sports Live on the air. We are talking to Iron Mike Tyson momentarily.
LeBron, he was in Vegas. He's now on a plane back to Miami. What all that means, we're gonna have that decision first.
Thanks, Jay and Dan. And now let's get to our decision. Here is our ring announcer. Let's go to Bob Alexander for the final rendition.
Ladies and gentlemen, from American Airlines Arena in Miami, Florida, after 12 rounds of championship boxing, we go to the scorecard. All three judges, Richard Green, Alex Levin, and Bill Ray, score the bout 115-111. For the winner by unanimous decision, and new IBF Junior Lightweight Champion of the world, Rances Barthelemy.
What a great night of fights here in Miami. So now Fox Sports Live rolls on.
What a night of fights on Fox Sports 1.